do the show on those afternoons. Well, we are about to go live. I do believe we're getting there this morning. So, hello, Greenwood. Good morning. Good morning, Greenwood. Yes, we are now live on Facebook Live, WCRS Radio. Love to have your company here this morning. So the question is, well, let's just say, will the ceasefire hold and I don't even know how you spell it, Strait of Hormuz? How do you spell that anyways? Will the Strait of Hormuz going to be open? That really is the question. Will the ceasefire in the Strait of, I don't know, Hormas maybe be open? I'm not sure it is right now. What I am reading right now is that, yes, I misspelled it. What I am reading right now is that Iran is saying that they've got to check with the Navy before they try to go through, and anybody that doesn't is going to meet with peril. So I certainly... That doesn't sound like the deal we were supposed to be getting here, does it? So, well, I lost my article. Oh, well. I should have closed out some of my windows here. I only have about 50 open. Oh, there you go. All right, let's see. So that is the real question here. Will the strait be open? I tell you what, it really was quite a case with President Donald Trump pushing all the buttons right up to the end. I'm going to tell you my honest opinion. I don't think it's going to hold. I don't think the Ayatollah can resist. As I said yesterday, and I've said many days before, there is a lot of honor in dying for Allah, and so I just don't think that they value life enough to stop. They're supposed to deliver the uranium that they have. I don't think they'll do that, but that's just my personal opinion. So where will we be in 2 weeks? Will this 2 weeks just be a reset for continuation of the war? I certainly hope not. I mean, I really, really hope not. And I know President Donald Trump really, really hopes not, because he really didn't want to go there. And it certainly wasn't a good look when you have people surrounding power plants and bridges. And here he is saying they're going to come in with the full force. A lot of questions about whether that could have happened. And if Iran actually said, yes, we will open it back up, I'm even kind of, I have a suspicious mind. But that's okay. I mean, whatever we can do to make this happen is what needs to be done, if it can happen. However, I'm not really sure that it can. Anybody want to weigh in on that? 864-332-9355. 864-332-9355. Love to have your opinion. You can text on our text and voice line just by saying yes or no. Will the ceasefire hold and the Strait of Hormuz immediately be open? You know, they did this ceasefire agreement last night at 8 o'clock, right around 8 o'clock. Funny note, all the talk shows last night had to totally readjust what they were going to talk about. They all had, I think they were all into the doom and gloom. Oh, this is coming. It's going to happen around 12 o'clock tonight. We'll be broadcasting it live, blah, 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 right? And then, boom, I think it was like 7:30, the news started coming out that this had happened. So now all the talk show hosts had to redo their shows. I don't know anything about that because we do this live all the time. But anyways, I think I thought from that standpoint, I thought that was a little funny, right? A little funny. So we will see what will happen. We will see if anything will happen. Okay, let's fix that. And then we'll go on from there. But I guess that's the really, really, really big news here is that the ceasefire happened last night. Whether it goes through, whether Donald Trump can get Iran to conform will be the question. Hey, I am Ann Eller. This is WCRS Radio. Let's take a look at the Penny Cam. Penny's all interested. Yes, Penny, what do you got to say this morning? Well, I don't like war at all. I said, well, I don't think anybody does like war. But what do you think? Do you think that this is not going to happen? I hope so. I hope it doesn't happen, Mom. That's right, because it could interfere with the food that we eat every day. That's what Penny's concerned about. The food. All right, well, Penny's on the camera right now. If you're watching, you should be seeing Penny just kind of checking me out, seeing if I'm talking about anything exciting at all. All right, so we got a poll going, and as I said, I would love to know, will the ceasefire hold in the Strait of ceasefire hold, and will the Strait of Hormuz, I think I spelled it wrong on Facebook, be open? That is the question. Vote yes for the strait will be open. Vote no. No, it won't be open. So that is kind of, I would love to get your opinion as to what you're thinking about that. 864, and you can do it live on Facebook or 864-332-9355. All right, let's check and see if we got any people on the text line making comments here this morning. Okay, let's see. Well, this is one of our texters here. I truly believe that the United States has always held itself to a higher standard. The threat that Trump made was beneath the office of the president and beneath the people of the United States. We do not threaten war, crimes, or genocide. I heard many other world leaders speaking out against Trump's threats. Well, I think that... I do think that is a position. I think when Iran put the human shields around some of the, let's see, Penny doesn't seem to care about this conversation. Well, I do think when you started seeing the human shields around every bridge and power plant and this type of thing, it really put a different slant onto it. Although somebody was saying last night, and whether this actually works in world diplomacy, I think is a question. But somebody was saying that I was checking out last night was that we must remember that there's this great book that was written about the art of the deal, and Trump keeps showing how the art of the deal. Go to the outlandish, and then see where you are at, because then anything that you get is a plus. However, that may be good on a business deal, on a piece of property, like you'll only buy it if you get it for this price, blah, 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 or if this piece of property is thrown in, et cetera, et cetera. However, the art of the deal when we're talking about human life, I think, is a little different. So I'm glad that this did not happen last night. I just don't think that Iran, in my personal opinion, I don't believe that Iran will conform. So I'd love your opinions on that this morning, 864-332-9355. Go ahead and text if you'd like, or just go on Facebook Live. Notice we got a lot of people joining us here this morning. Just say yes, they will conform and will open the Strait of Hormuz, or no, No. No means they won't. Yes means they will. It's in everybody's interest if they do. Lord, please, just let those ships pass. It's already had a tremendous effect on oil this morning. I understand the price of oil is down, but I don't think the strait is actually open. And I think they've said that the Navy is going to have to approve, the Iranian Navy is going to have to approve everybody going through. All right, so we are waiting to see what happens there. President Trump has also come up with huge tariffs on countries supplying Iran with weapons. Well, the problem is there are a couple. China is one of them, and I do believe that Penny's back on the camera. How'd you get back on the camera? I want to say something. What do you want to say, Penny? We should all value life to the most max. Everybody should go out and play. We'd be much better. I agree, Penny. I agree. It says President Trump on Wednesday threatened to impose massive 50% tariffs. That's the only problem with doing something live. If you have a throat problem or something, you got to just deal with it. All right, President Trump on Wednesday threatened to impose massive tariffs, 50% tariffs on countries sending military firepower to Iran, putting Russia and China on notice. A country supplying military weapons to Iran will be immediately tariffed on any and all goods sold to the United States of America. 50% effective immediately. There will be no exclusions or exemptions. So that threat comes weeks after the Supreme Court took a sledgehammer to Trump's favorite tool to impose customized tariffs. The International Emergency Economic Powers Act was shut down by the Supreme Court. So he's saying this. Can he actually do it? That is the question. So a lot going on, a lot to unpack here this morning. I'm going to say we've just done the national news. I can't take any more. I'll just be perfectly frank. I would like your opinion, though. If you'd like to comment on our poll here this morning, I would love to have you on answer that. You can do it on our Facebook page. It's WCRS Radio, where we are live. Would love to hear if you are think that the truce, the ceasefire will hold or not. Will people be able to will tankers be able to get through the Strait of Hormuz? 864-332-9355 is the other place that you can weigh in on. Just text yes or no. By the way, on our poll from yesterday, what was our poll from yesterday? Oh, the parade. The parade for the Lander Bearcats was overwhelmingly yes, yes, and more yes. Yes, yes, and more yes. I think that I talked to several people yesterday, and they go, well, Ann, they may not want to do this because blah, blah, blah. I said, they are winners regardless. Don't you agree? They are winners regardless, whether they came home with the top prize or came in second. When you get the gold, it's great. But when you get the silver, hey, it's just as great. You may not have gotten the gold, but you got the silver. Take the win. And I just don't think anybody could probably even measure the effect of them being on at the big dance, on the big stage for Greenwood, South Carolina, and for Lander University. I did have an article that was sent out last night that I wanted to share with you on this morning about what this all had meant to the students over there. This is a PR piece from the students from Lander University. God, I can't seem to flip around here. I guess when you have 50 windows open, that's a sign you got too much going on. This is like my brain. My brain always has too much going on, too much going on. Let's see, can I find it for you? It was really nice the way the students and everything were so impacted by this. I think it is just a great way for us to honor them would be to have some type of event. You know, coming up on Thursday is the Tom Petty tribute concert, so maybe they could do something. Let's see. What do we got here? Have I got it? Have I got it? Have I got it? I've got a lot of mail coming in here this morning that I haven't even looked at. Let's see. Let's look at this. Nope, nope, nope. I'm having issues this morning, folks. I think that's it. I'm just having issues. Let's try this. Okay. It was late last night and I didn't set up the Facebook Live, and that's my problem. I've been running behind ever since. Uh, uh, well, where is it? Okay, okay. No, no, no. It is. Okay, well, let's try looking at it this way. All right. Anyways. Lander University's run to the NCAA Division II men's basketball championship has left an unmistakable mark on campus, a surge of pride that continues to ripple through the Bearcat community. Many students say the team's journey has been nothing short of inspiring. The point to the players' resilience and unselfish style of play as qualities that mirror the very best of the Lander experience. For others, the national spotlight offered something just as meaningful, a chance to see the university they love recognized on a larger scale. I think that sums it up so well as to what is happening over there at Lander. You know, you and I aren't on the campus over there, so we don't always know what's going on. We think they're just over there doing their thing, and they are. Well, this Braylon Barber said, being part of this season as a student has meant as much to me because it's not often you get to see the school make it all the way to the national championship, he said. The excitement around campus was unreal, and it really brought everyone together in a special, special way. He is an assistant to the basketball team for last summer and fall. Barber said he felt a strong sense of pride being part of the community that supported the team so passionately. Getting to cheer on the team at the national championship was an unforgettable experience. The atmosphere was electric, and being surrounded by so many fans, it was even more exciting and meaningful. So, I mean, it goes on through this article and talks about how the students felt about this, which I think is important from the students' perspective. I would like to see something as far as how Greenwood perceives this all around town. You know, we everybody has their Clemson, Carolina team. I don't think anybody ever really thought that much about the Lander teams, but this certainly has put Lander in the spotlight. And you know what? It's local. It's right here. No travel. I think people ought to take a bigger look at Lander University, at their sports teams particularly, and give them the support. It says it lives in the effort. Lander's team returned home Monday night to the cheers of students, faculty, staff, and alumni who welcomed them with support and gratitude. The support is recognition that greatness isn't measured in numbers or on a scoreboard or in the outcome of a season. It lives in the effort that no one sees, the belief that holds a team together, and the pride that carries far beyond a single moment. It's found in the way players represent their university, the way campus rallies behind them, and the way a community feels inspired by what they've built together. Excuse me. In those ways, greatness endures long after the final buzzer sounds. I think that is a terrific summation of what has been happening with Lander, with their basketball team. I'm sure this is going to rub off even on some of their other teams. It's going to make people aspire. And, aspiring to greatness is what we in the United States have always been good at doing. So I just wanted to mention that this morning because I think it's huge. I think it's huge for Lander, but it's also huge for Greenwood. The economic impact of people coming to Greenwood, to checking out Lander, to maybe even saying, this is a great thing. So, kudos. I hope they are going to be able to work out to do something with Lander. I hope Lander will let the city of Greenwood do something for them. That would be my other hope, is that they look at it. I had somebody tell me yesterday, well, after they came home and they realized they lost, they'd probably be pretty down. I don't think so. I don't consider that they lost. I think they are winners, and that's what I think is the important thing. And they carried it off with such grace. How many times have we seen teams be totally disrespectful to the other team, not want to talk on camera, not have anything to say? I mean, Coach Watad was very gracious in his comments to the other team, and how that Lander in that one instance did not measure up. So, it was spectacular. Okay, now on to some local news. Greenwood City Council did close the license revocation of the Uptown Grill. So that business is now closed. So they revoked their license Monday evening. So Greenwood City Council voted Monday to uphold the revocation and suspension of Uptown Grill's business license following a hearing during a legislative special called business meeting. The hearing detailed more than 500 police calls, multiple shootings, and 2 homicides tied to the business over 4 years. That does seem a little excessive, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So that is what happened the other night. So that business is not. Now, one of the things that I understand will be happening is could another business open up there? I believe so. I'm not 100%. And could Uptown Grill open under another name at another location somewhere? I believe so. So those are some things, even though that location that is the problem. I think maybe that's that is a problem. It says between 2022 and 2026, Uptown Grill, God almighty, recorded 500 calls for service over the same period. Sports Break recorded 105 calls. Nikki's Chicken and Waffles recorded 96 calls. T.W. Boone's recorded 94 calls. That's over 4 years. And Howard's on Main recorded 68 calls. Oxygen Lounge reported higher activity than other locations with 174 calls during that time period, but still significantly less than Uptown Grill. I think that this is something that was necessary. Nobody likes to see a business closed or anything, but this is something that, for whatever reason, that place, Uptown Grill, was a magnet for things happen. Is it the location? Was it the running of the business? I don't know. But do you remember a few years ago when what was it called, that was right next door to Pathway House there, that was always open, and that's where they changed the ordinances to close at the same time in the county and the city because we were having people that wanted to be rowdy and party coming into town. That's when that ordinance got changed. So out of these type of things, good usually comes. Good usually comes. Since we have had that ordinance where, I don't know what time we close, but that we close earlier. I think is it 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock? Instead of staying open till 2 o'clock as they were, people are not coming into town from out of town, out in the county, coming into the city. So the city and the county have the same bar closing times. We have had less issues. So, we'll see where this goes, but it is a shame anytime a business has to close. It's also a shame that we've had we've had 2 murders there, and we've had to close the business as Mayor Brandon Smith offered his sympathies but said the decision was necessary to address public safety concerns. If there is a public safety hazard and a nuisance, we have a duty to address that, Mayor Brandon Smith said. So, there you go. Just a few things that might, didn't know if you knew that or not. This was something that was done Monday night at a specially called hearing. You know, my favorite group in the robotics, the Do Westerners, they are now again succeeding. I'm telling you what, Due West, a win for competition robotics team based in Due West, might look like a simple success story resulting in a photo or with team members surrounding a shiny new trophy. But what people see on competition day only captures a fraction of the work behind it. The Due Westerners, team 8575, made up of high school students from Greenwood, Abbeville, and Anderson, have won their first robotics competition district event of the season. The team now ranks number 1 heading into the South Carolina District Championship, which will be April 9th through the 11th. I gotta get over there. Each robotics competition season begins in January with the release of a new game. From the moment students have a few months to design, build, and program a robot capable of competing at a high level. The challenge changes every year, leaving no blueprint to follow. For months, students spend hours building, coding, and refining machines. I mean, this is just such a great group. If you have a child or grandchild that is at all wanting to get into any type of engineering, working together as a team, and all the different aspects. When I had the Do Westerners on, one of the things that one of the people, what's his name, Matt, I think, was saying, you know, all the people that work on coordination, making sure everything, maybe they don't work on the robots, but they do the behind the scenes work. They are as important as the people that are working on the robots, because it definitely is a team effort. And that is one of the things that they learn, is how to work as a team. And even if you don't go into robotics, I think we had one guy that was, God, I can't remember what he was going into, but it had nothing to do with robotics. But he said the experience of doing this was invaluable. So they spend hours building, coding, and refining machines that rarely work perfectly the first time. Robots fail, designs fall short, code breaks, students test, fix, and try again, sometimes over and over in the same day. That process is what keeps students invested. So Charles Ainger, director of Due West Robotics, this is from the Index Journal, said every year he goes into this season thinking, last season was incredible, it's going to be hard to top that season. But every season they do that. Charles is just a great guy, and one who has pushed the limits so that now they even have their own building over there in Due West. He says, I get goosebumps talking about it. Even after major wins, the mindset stays the same. So there you go. So that is going on this weekend. tomorrow through Saturday over there in Anderson. It'll be an amazing thing if you have some time. And I don't, but because I've got all these other things I want to do, but I may try to get over there Friday. It is amazing to see all these students, kids working on these things and thinking quickly on how to fix it. So I think it's just great. So that's Richard Green said one of the most rewarding parts of mentoring is watching that development over time. Richard Green said, I see it over and over again. They come in as freshmen not knowing anything. By the time they leave, they've got more self-confidence and more poise. So I just wanted to mention that. If you have a student, I think you have to be 7 or 8. You may have to check with them. But it is a totally amazing organization, and how students develop. If you've got a student that loves Legos, oh my God, that is the first step to making somebody that wants an engineering or just has that how does this work type of philosophy in them. Encourage it and get them to the Due Westerners, the robotics group over there in Due West. Find some carpooling with some people here from Greenwood to be able to get them over there. It's just a terrific program. All right, the last several years they've gone to Dallas, Texas for the big championship, and every year they haven't won, but they've come very, very close. They're very, very respected in the world of robotics from right here again. Well, this is Due West, but it still has Greenwood people in it, so it's pretty darn amazing. All right, let's do a check about what is going on here. Okay. Okay, I've got messages coming in from all different places here. Let's check some other messages, see if we've had anything on our text line. Does anybody believe that the ceasefire will hold and the Strait of Hormuz will be open? What else have we got? Okay, let's see. What have we got? Well, this texter of mine, she's kind of cantankerous, but she does speak us some truth. She goes, it's difficult to make deals on the world stage when we can't even get our own house in Congress to agree on how things should be done here. Amen. Praise it, sister. Preach it. That's why I truly believe we weren't going to be involved at all in these international affairs, and we were going to put America first. Well, actually, in order to put America first, we have to make sure that America is protected. So I think while one can say that one is not putting America first, we are putting America first because we can't live with the threat of Iran with getting closer and closer to nuclear bombs. So while one may not think that is America first, it really enhances our America first. Because if we can have peace in our country, we can have peace on the world stage, then we can have more peace in our home. I agree sometimes it looks like we are spending money overseas, we are spending money on our military, but if we bury our heads in the sand, how about another 9/11 coming our way? I don't think America wants to see that. And I do believe that every time, for every day, for how many years? 47 years, the Ayatollah over there has said what? Death to America. And we've had too many presidents that have let Iran slide. So while wait a minute. All right. Princess Penny is on door duty. Princess is on door duty. I knew I couldn't get her to stay in that chair with somebody at the door. So what do we do? We have to take care of... Yes, I'm sorry. There is... All right, let's do this. Let's take a little commercial break, and we will be right back right here on WCRS Radio. Let's take it away.
Join us as we celebrate the Battle of Long Cane's interpretive signage installation service on Saturday, April the 18th, 2026 at 1 o'clock p.m. at Wisteria Community Park in Troy, South Carolina. This event will commemorate the installation of new interpretive signage honoring the historic Battle of Long Canes and its significance in the region's Revolutionary War history. 3 new signs displaying an artist rendering of battle scenes with narratives along with a map will be placed in Troy's Wisteria Park. This is a joint project with Greenwood County 250 and McCormick County 250 and funded in full by South Carolina 250. The service will celebrate the legacy of those who lived, fought, and were impacted by the Battle of Long Canes during the American Revolutionary War in South Carolina. The event is free and open to all. Refreshments will be served following the ceremony. See you there.
This is Justin Atkin from the Fiddle and Bow Music Hall in Honey Path, and I want to tell you about Dancing Goats Folk Fest. Everybody's been asking, what in the world is Dancing Goats Folk Fest? Well, it's Honey Path's brand new festival on April the 11th, starting at 10 a.m. We have folk art from all over the Southeast, award-winning national touring acts on our music stage all day long. We've got a kids area with all kind of activities, including a concert by Emmy Award-winning Farmer Jason. We got great local food, goat beauty pageant. Yes, a goat beauty pageant with real goats. Everybody wants to see that. We're dressing up our goats. We're going to parade them down Main Street at 1 p.m. And then we're going to have a beauty pageant. Top goat gets a cash prize. We also got old goats in Honey Path. That's our favorite old men in town. They're running for the title of old goat. They're raising money for the Honey Path Free Clinic. There's so much stuff, too much to even mention. Check us out on Facebook, Dancing Goats Folk Fest. You don't want to miss it.
Art, and more art by our local Greenwood Artists Guild. This year, part of the Greenwood Art Walk, April 9th from 5 to 8 p.m. Art must be delivered by April 1st to the museum. Show opening April 9th at the museum. Dessert, reception, and prizes awarded 5 to 8 p.m. April 9th. See you there. This April, join the WISE new membership Easter egg hunt all month long. During April, new members crack open an Easter egg for your prize, either a discount off the joiner fee to discounts off your first month. From group fitness and family fun to healthier habits and stronger communities, the Y is where you belong. Visit the Greenwood YMCA today or join online. The Y, there's no place like this place.
Keep on sharing. The phones are open. Keep on laughing. Give us a call. You gotta keep on caring. As long as you've got a voice, don't ever stop. As long as you've got truth, don't ever stop. You're on the air. As long as you've got love. What's on your mind? Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. What do you think?
Oh, that's right. Don't ever stop. Betty's back in her seat. All is well. I'm here. You're here. Boop, boop. You know, if you need jewelry repair, if you need watch repair, I have tell you one place to go. Lee's Jewelers. That's right. They are over there by the pantry shop, right next to the tanning salon, right there in that row. You've got the pantry shop, the tanning salon, and then Lee's Jewelers. I don't actually believe they're open this week. I think they took a few days off, but that is where to take things. So he is excellent. Frank over there is excellent at doing repairs. So please make that so. All right, we could, I'm sure, go on and on, back and forth about what we're spending our money on, as anyone does, whether it's a family or an individual. Actually, I fight with myself on what I'm spending my money on. Have you ever done that? Oh, why'd you buy that? I don't know, because I wanted it. And I'm making a little light here because we certainly have a lot of issues to address. I know a lot of people are not happy with Donald Trump. I think that he is in an is anyone is in an untenable situation. As president, I don't know why anybody would want to be president. I mean, it's the most difficult job in the world. There's no way you're going to make people happy unless you just totally acquiesce and we become a socialist country where everything is paid for by the government. Nobody has to work. Nobody has to do any of this stuff. And I think what they have found is that's not that's not a good way either. We are a big country. We are not a little country. A little country maybe can isolate themselves a little bit better. Let's take Norway, Sweden, Switzerland. You know, those are little countries. They don't have the massive or the distinctive and the variety of people and situations to them. So when we talk about being isolationist, can you really be isolationist when we have all these countries that would like to see death to America? I think President Trump, and this is just my personal opinion, looked at this as an opportunity to wipe something off the face of the earth. I think he has been genuinely surprised by the lack of support that he has received from our European allies. I think he has on that. But if we don't do it now, are we leaving our children and our children's children in jeopardy of dealing with a nuclear bomb at some point in this country? I don't think nobody likes war. Nobody wants to have war. But in this case, however, in this case, I think it has been a good decision. However, I think he did go a little too far about saying he wanted to annihilate the country, and I think had he done that, he would have had some problems on the international level. But as you see, that did not happen. And again, I was talking about his art of the deal. Ask for the outlandish, and then anything that you get moving back becomes a plus. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it happens. In the meantime, we should celebrate our small positive things that are in our community that set us apart from other communities, like Lander University and the big basketball tournament coming in numbered second in the nation, like the Due Westerners that make every day are helping grow our children. All the nonprofits that we have that work at all different levels and work at different parts of coming up with a way to make our community better. Look at Grace Street Park. I mean, look at what a success that has been right here in our community. And it was done with the penny sales tax. It was done with support from the city. And I don't know about the county, but it may have had some county input. But the bottom line is that park is busy all the time. There's not a time you can go by there. I don't care if it's raining. That park is busy. Snow, everybody's out there enjoying it. And I certainly hope that Mayor Brandon Smith has not forgotten about the snow machine, a small, older snow machine, that we could have snow when the temperature is right on the hill out there so the kids could go out and slide on it. Well, kids and big kids could. So, anyways, that's another something that I think is good in our community. We're getting ready to ramp it up on a political scene. Oh, Lord. We're ramping it up on a political scene. I hope that we get this worked out. Hope that we see a good amount of people getting out. Even though this isn't a national election, even though it's statewide, local races, there'll be lots of local races coming up. It's going to be very interesting to see who is going to get the nod from the public. But the biggest thing is, of course, you have to be involved in it. You have to be involved in it. Anyways, those are a few of my musings here this morning. We've got some things that I want to go ahead and get out there for you. Number one, the weather is fantastic. Fantastic. Right now it is 53 out there. Feels like 49. We're headed for a high today of 67. Low of 41. Sunny skies. That's right, sunny skies. So that's a good thing. And what do we have for the rest of the week? Today is Wednesday. Thursday, a high of 70, low of 44. Mainly sunny to start, then a few afternoon clouds, high of 67. Friday, a high of 77, low of 48. Saturday, a high of 85, a low of 53. All beautiful sunshiny days and some great events to go to too. Sunday looks like a high of 84, low of 55. And it continues next week. It doesn't look like we're going to be in the mid to upper 80s next week, so it definitely is warming up. Looks like right now the earliest we may have some rain is on next Friday, the 17th. By the way, big announcement. Chick-fil-A, opening on the 16th at their new location. It'll be fun, exciting, thrilling things happening. And tomorrow on Thursday is the last day of the, I don't know if it was the original. We had the one in the mall, then we had the one on the bypass. Right there, across, right there next to Dairy Queen. So that one is closing. On Thursday. So if you want to go by and get one more order from your favorite place right there on the bypass, Thursday, I think it's closing mid-afternoon, will be your last opportunity. As they close it down, they're getting ready to open something huge up the street. If you haven't been up there, to my old stomping grounds where Sharp Facets originated, 1428 I want to say 1428A because we had one side of the building. Somebody else, the green sewing machine, was on the other side. But 1428 bypass 72. If you want to go by and check it out, it is a unbelievably looks like very well designed. They've got hard roofs through the drive-through so they don't have to go with any temporary coverings and this type of thing. It really looks spectacular. And upper level, lower level, I think it's going to be a parking or getting in and out of it for the first week or so is going to be unbelievable as everybody wants to try out something new. All right. So that's a little bit on that. The Goat Festival, as you've heard, the dancing goats are going on this Saturday all day long. Tomorrow morning, we'll have Justin Aiken joining us right here on the show to tell us all about it. That'll be fun. Other things that are going on this weekend. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. By the way, coming up this afternoon, Karen Jennings, Executive Director of the Greenwood Museum and Railroad Historic Site, and Nikki Murphy are going to be here with hats. Hats and more. We're going to have a little tea party or a little celebration. I wonder if they'll bring some bourbon balls this afternoon as we talk about the Derby Party coming up on May 2nd over there at the museum. Also want to talk a little bit about the ribbon cutting, the groundbreaking down there at the Railroad Museum. And, of course, the Art Walk is Thursday night. That is going to be all over Uptown Greenwood. That's going to be a fantastic opportunity to see great local art, to It's beer and wine, I understand. We've given up instead of doing wine walks and then separate beer walks. Just put them together. Do the beer and wine. Everybody will be happy. And then, of course, Thursday night also is the Tom Petty concert, the first of the season. That's, of course, a tribute band that will be going on. So, that's a lot right here. So we've got the Art Walk, yes. We've got the Goats Festival. What else do we have? We have something else going on. I forget. I guess I could look it up. Anyways, that's what we got. We got all these things going on this weekend. If you want to take a trip up to Anderson to see the robots, they'll be there, I guess, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I believe it's at the Anderson Civic Center. That's usually where they have it. It is a huge gathering of people there together. So that's some of the things going on. Strawberries are in season. What are you going to say, Penny? Do you like strawberries? I do like strawberries. I don't like it when you give me the top with the green on it, but I do like strawberries. Yes, okay. All right. Anyways, let's see. Let's go back over here and see if we can find some other things I wanted to make sure that you know about. I believe that it is the car. One of the coffee and cars is coming up this Saturday. I believe I'm right on that, but we can double check that. You know, I like talking about the bigger events, but I also like giving some voice to some of our smaller events here in town. So let's see. What else did I have here this morning? I have too much going on. You know, one of the things we didn't talk about was the report of shots fired on East Cresswell Avenue earlier yesterday. According to Greenwood Police Chief T.J. Shadone, a man sustained a gunshot wound and is in serious condition. We have information to believe this was a targeted attack. Police are currently canvassing. That was yesterday. Let's see if we've got any more updated information on that. That is another shooting right here in our area. This is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. I don't see any more updated information than that. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what they can get us on that. But as we wind this up today, I did want to say we need prayer. We need prayer for all. We need not only in our own local community with the violence and everything that we have right here. We need prayer for our nation and for all across the world. I would be interested. You can go back after the fact if you'd like and give me a yes, you think the ceasefire will hold, or no, you don't think the ceasefire will hold with Iran and the Strait of Hormuz will or will not stay open. That's just one question. Either they'll have a ceasefire if the strait is open. I think from what I've seen, Iran is already making this difficult. They are not just opening it. They're saying that they have to respond to the Navy. So as far as, I don't know what President Trump is going to say about that. Anyways, that's some of the news, but I'd love your opinion on that. We've had a couple come in. So far, nobody's too positive about it, but, you know, things could change throughout the day. So, do you think it will hold or not? Will the ceasefire hold? That really is the question that we have here today. Anything else, Ann, that you want to talk about? Had a great conversation yesterday afternoon with the guys from America, South Carolina, America 250, talking about the Long Canes battle. Really some fascinating stuff. If you didn't get to listen to it, go back and catch it. It is on our Facebook page, WCRS. It is also will be on the website by tomorrow. It'll be on the website, WCRS 1450am.net. Fascinating information. That is coming up on the 18th. So please check that out. And let's see, what else do I have here? I have a couple more things, and then I'm going to give it up this morning. I don't know. We've got the, let's see, the Jeep, the third annual Jeep Duck and Jam is coming up this Saturday. For any questions, don't hesitate to contact Lieutenant Matthew Womack. That's right. They've got all kinds of prizes, all kinds of good things. And it starts, I think it starts at, it's the third annual Greenwood Duck and Jeep Jam. This is going to be an amazing event for Jeepers and non-Jeepers, as well as live music with the Justin Corbett Band, singing your favorite country songs mixed with some southern rock and a little bluegrass. That's going on from this Saturday from 3 to 8 p.m. The band will play 2 shows on site. They will also have their merch table and will be accepting tips to help with the cost of their travel. So many have given so much talent, money, and effort into these Special Olympics South Carolina athletes that are so near and dear to our hearts. We'd like to thank each and every single one of you who have donated, registered, and provided prizes, helped organize, for all you have done. That is going on, I think, from 3 to 8. Yes, this Saturday from 3 to 8. So get out there. If you go do some other stuff, get out there and finish the day up. Whew. It's exhausting once festival time starts. Let me tell you, it is really, really, really exhausting. But that's what it's all about, finding something for everyone. Something for everyone. So I hope you will get out. Coming up next week is Porch Fest over there in Abbeville. I think that's going to be a very fascinating event. Can't wait to see what that's all about. It does remind me of Play Music on the Porch, which we have celebrated for years right here on WCRS. So I want to check it out and see what that's about. So that's about all I think I have for today. Coming up, as I said, this afternoon at 5 o'clock, I hope you will join us. When Karen and Nikki join us from the museum to talk about all things museum, all things going on. Check it out. You will be glad you did. You will be glad you did. All right. Sayonara, Ann. Yes, sayonara, Ann. That's going to do it for us. This is WCRS right here in Greenwood. Penny, shall we give it up? Oops, that's the wrong one. That's not what we got going on. I do need... Oh, Lord, Ann. I do... Oh, whoa. Penny's excited. Door alert. We got to go. Look at Penny. Oh, Lord, somebody's at the door again. All right, that's going to do it for us. We have too much excitement right here on WCRS. Cue the music. Cue the music, Ann. Cue the music. There we go. Bye-bye, everybody.